Yes, hello and welcome to another vlog from Ben R. Rider. Today we're testing out the Honda CB500X in the model year 2022. It is a 471cc two-cylinder parallel twin, and this engine, is well known already. I actually had the version, the 2019 model of this model. Yeah, and I was basically very happy with it, although there were some things that I didn't like. I will explain that to you when we're actually on the bike. The new things that they changed in this model year is definitely the fork. They gave it a Showa 41mm upside down fork, and also the brake, the disc brakes, or rather there was one disc brake and they changed it to two disc brakes, to 296mm disc brakes. In the rear we have a 240mm disc brake. The other thing, the dealer said to me they changed something in the swing arm in the rear. I don't really know what they changed, but that's what they said, so maybe you can read it up on the Honda website. Yeah, it is Euro 5 compliant. I think my 2019 was already Euro compliant, for Euro 5 compliant as well. So nothing changed in the sound really to the older version. Yeah, other than that, I will actually explain the controls and display to you now. So on the left hand side we have the clutch lever, which is very light. You can actually operate this maybe with one finger if you want. It is very easy to operate. In the front we also have the passing light switch. Then we have the high beam and low beam switch. We have the horn here. We have the turn signal switch here. And that's everything on the left hand side. We go now to the right hand side. On the right hand side we have the kill switch, then we have the hazard light switch and the starter switch. We also have the throttle, and we have the brake lever, which is adjustable in 5 positions. So let's get to the display here. On top we have the clock. On the left hand side we have the RPM counter. In the middle we have the gear indicator. We also have a fuel gauge here, and on the right hand side we have the coolant temperature as a gauge. We have the speedometer, and down below we have 2 values we can change around with the set and select buttons. On the right hand side we can change the RPM. We can actually display the RPM here. We can display the total mileage. We can display the trip A and trip B. On the left hand side we have the fuel consumption in liters actually. We have a horse passing by here. And we have the average speed. We have the time, or the time spent. We can reset this time. We have the actual fuel consumption, and we have the average fuel consumption. You can also change, of course, the clock. I explained that in another video of mine. You have to check out my channel for this, because I owned a 2019 model, and I showed you how to change the clock or the time. And also we can change the shift indicator, the range of it, and when actually, you know, when it's peaking and stuff like that, you can change that. You can also see a video of that on my channel. Okay, so we're here with the CB500X, and we'll take it out for a little spin now. So, we're back here on the Honda CB500X, and we're on the country roads. I don't think we have the time to go onto the freeway, but I'll explain everything to you. In the model year 2022, they basically changed 2 or 3 things, as I recall. More dominantly, they added another disc brake in the front, so we have 296mm disc brakes in the front now. And we have a Showa 41mm upside down fork in the front now. In the rear, apparently they also changed something on the swing arm. The salesperson told me that, but I'm not really sure. I'm just saying, so maybe you can have a look on the web. Yeah, today is very windy again, as you can see maybe and hear. I already checked the windscreen. I think you can adjust it in 2 positions or so, and in this position, and I think this is a lower position, it's not very good, and you get a lot of turbulence. The display is actually not white on black, it's more like a bronze or yellow kind of color on black, so sometimes when you have direct sunlight, this might also be a bit tricky. I mean, it's still visible, but not that easily, you know, anymore. And also the smaller numbers, maybe not. Yeah, this is the CB500X. It has tires which let you actually go on the on off-road as well, actually, you know, because they are a little bit more grippy. And so maybe 80% road and 20% off-road you can do with this. And yeah, it has a very large front tire, so it is actually pretty nice in the corners, because, you know, the bigger the larger the tire gets, or the radius. It is very nice handling in the curves, actually. What else do we have? I told you about the display already. Yeah, the seat is kind of comfy, also I guess for longer rides, not too bad. The pillion seat is also quite comfy, because I know, because my girlfriend, when I had the 2019 model, said, you know, it's pretty nice. The mirrors are pretty nice. You can see everything in the mirrors. They don't shake. The engine is fairly quiet, with one exception though, because when you go at higher speeds, maybe 100, 110, 120, you get some shaking in the front, and they did not change that actually to this year. I already noticed that in the 2019. It's the same on this one. It gets a teeny tiny bit unstable. You get more vibrations in the front, and to tell you the truth, I did not notice that when I test rode the CB500F the other day. I did not notice that on this bike, you know, so maybe it's CB500X specific. I am not sure. I just wanted to point that out. Apparently they have not changed that, but maybe some people, they don't even notice that. I think so, around 6,000 RPM or so. Yeah, so this is this. We have a pretty big tank, which is nice, 17.7 liters, and the CBX does not use that much fuel. They say up to 3.6 liters, but usually you get less than that. So you can actually almost go up to 500 kilometers with one tank, you know, almost. I think 450 or so I made with my old CBX. Yeah, that is this. What else do we have? The seat height. The seat height did change actually by 1 centimeter. It is 1 centimeter higher now than the previous year, so we have 830 millimeters apparently, because of they changed something and they put the shower upside down fork in the front on it. I don't know, maybe that's why they had to change the seat height a little bit, or why the seat height changed automatically. So when you sit on it, you have definitely the feeling of a bigger bike, because I mean the tank is fairly big. You also have these side panels which make it look or appear to be much bigger than it is. So it appears bigger than a 500 actually, I think, and you have a very good seating position, you know, on top of everything. You seem to be very high and a very relaxed seating position. I don't really have to bend forward with my arm length. Everything is perfect. As I said before, cornering is very nice because of the larger tire in the front. However, these corners here are too wide, you know, you don't really notice that. But if you have tighter corners, you definitely notice that this is a very nice handling in the corners. I also notice, you know, with my height, with my size, I'm 175. I already have a little problem getting on the bike. I mean, it's still okay, 830 millimeters, but still it can get a little bit tricky. And especially if you have if you're riding in city traffic, you have a little bit of a problem maybe going into a standstill, because I can basically tiptoe only on this bike, because it's for me it's fairly high already and the seat seems to be fairly wide. So yeah, that's what I want to say about the handling. So if you ride a lot in city traffic and are not the tallest guy, so you know, it might not be the best idea, but this is kind of an adventure bike. And I think most of these bikes, they have this problem, I should say in quotes, you know, because they are fairly high off the ground. And yeah, that's what it is. I know these Versus bikes from Kawasaki, I think they have even higher seat heights, and that's also one of the reasons I haven't tried them out yet. This is basically all I can tell you about the CB500X. I don't have that much else to say, because there's not much wrong with it, you know, except for these things which I mentioned to you. If they matter to you, then you should definitely take a test ride on this and check it out for yourself. Anyways, I think we can conclude this test ride already. I will mention all the good and bad points which I noticed about this bike in my little quick check, which I will put on the screen for you now. Yeah, it is available in 3 colors. I forgot to tell you, every year they have different colors. Naturally, we have a red one, we have this black matte black version, and we have another version which I forgot. Oh, these kind of olive green camel. I mean, it's not camel, but it's kind of a color of camel. It kind of looks nice actually. It's a new color, I think, for Honda this year, and it looks pretty nice. Anyways, yeah, that's my quick and dirty test ride of the Honda CB500X 2022 model year. Thanks very much for watching. This is Ben, right out. Take care. Bye bye.